You're walking along the street, or you're at a party, or else you're alone, and then you suddenly dig. You're looking at someone nice, and suddenly realize that this could be the start of something big.
You're lunching at 21, watching your diet, declining a Charlotte Russe, accepting a fee, and out of the clear blue sky, it's suddenly guy and dog. This could be the start of something big. Hey! Hello, welcome to the 8th episode.
Number 8.
And look, we got a surprise.
Yay!
Little Ricky.
Little Ricky. We love you, Little Ricky.
Little Ricky is 13 years old and is a beast.
Our miracle dog.
Yeah, he's Little Ricky is the one that in 2017 he was having some issues. He kept sort of stumbling and falling. So we brought him to the vet, and they said that he had 2 herniated discs. So they were going to do this procedure that was going to be just a very normal procedure that's done all the time. And he had it done. Maybe he's done with me.
Yeah. But he had it done, and then he was paralyzed.
Yeah, and then the next, he'll be walking the next day. Within a couple of days, 2 days, you'll have him home. Just keep him separated. And first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, completely paralyzed.
Quadriplegic. Like nothing, no front, no back, nothing. And he was like that for 3 months.
Well, yeah, but when we were at the, and I'm not going to say as much as I'd love to.
Yeah, don't mention
I'm not, but the place that we had him, which is a big, this is not like a standalone vet. This is like a big place, right?
Yes.
And
Well,
I remember the woman who did it, the vet that did it. Remember, she took little Ricky outside and she was holding him. Yeah, I think his legs are moving a little bit, and we're looking at her like,
no, they're not.
Yes. About? So we got him out of there. Elix and I came into that place and said, get him packed up. We're taking him. We took him to Tufts, and it was the most incredible thing. But for 3 months, he was paralyzed, and Tufts told us that we needed to bring him to like dog therapy, which thank God in Emotion.
Yep.
In Easton, this is when we lived in Norton, was like right around the corner, and we brought him 3 times a week for
aquatherapy,
acupuncture,
laser, and acupuncture.
Yes.
We had to remortgage our home for this little shit. But we did it.
But how about people telling us?
Yeah, like a lot of people would say, oh, I think you guys have to let him go. You have to put him down. And we were like, no, we knew that he was going to recover. And
because of the premonition.
He had a premonition that he saw him walking up the stairs. So we trusted that. And importantly,
we like laid all our money, our bets on that premonition. He was still in the first place, and I reached in to pet him, and when I touched him, I saw him climbing stairs, and I said to Elix, there's no way I would see that if he's not going to get there. But after almost 4 months, the surgeon at Tufts said, listen guys, you're going to make a decision, because we didn't want to have him go back under. He's 10 pounds, right? And that's a risk. We don't want him to go back under, but the surgeon said at Tufts, it's the only way we can figure out what's going on, like why he's not walking. Because, I mean, when I tell you, we had to feed him with one of those donuts, remember? Yeah. And a towel in the donut so that we could prop him up, because if you just let him go, he would do this.
Well, he was a quad. I mean, we did everything for that little boy. He couldn't do anything. We had to take him out with a vest. We had to feed him with a donut. And, in spite of everyone telling us you have to put it down.
Not everybody.
Not everyone, but a lot of people, surprisingly, a lot of close friends who just thought that we were not doing the right thing, but we trusted.
Yeah, how can you have a dog like that? And
Yeah.
so, and to make a long story short, so we told the doctor.
Oh, hold on. To make a long story short, he doesn't know how to make any story short. So go ahead. We'll be done before tonight's. You'll get the point of the story before the end of tonight. All right, go ahead.
So the surgeon says, we've got to do this quickly because scar tissue in dogs closes up like in 6 months versus a human is a year. But we were leaving for Puerto Rico that same week to bring Elix's mom back to Puerto Rico. And she hadn't been there because of the hurricane. So it was like she hadn't been there since 6 months. So we planned it that we would, 1 week, when we got back, we had scheduled it that we would bring him to Tufts and he would go back under and we would figure this out. But of course, we couldn't leave little Ricky with anybody. So we took him with us, right? We took him on the plane, we took him to Puerto Rico. And in Puerto Rico, no word of a lie, after 4 months of nothing, I'm in the bedroom, right, where we stay at Elix's parents' house. And it's just me and Ricky, and he's on the bed, and I'm reading. And all of a sudden, I sort of thought I saw something move, and I looked up, and I swear I see little Ricky's ass like go up. So like his ass goes up first, and then his body. I screamed so loud that Ricky fell. I mean, well, he wasn't.
No, I'm not in the bedroom, so I hear the scream, and I'm thinking like something really bad. So, and I go to the bedroom, and he's like, "Oh my God, little Ricky, he just stood up." And I'm like, "Steven, are you sure?" Because little Ricky was already in the bed and there was nothing going on. "Are you sure?" It's like, yes, Elix, I swear. And then we had to leave, and we left little Ricky in the living room in his
We
little
went to
bed.
get something to eat.
Yeah. And when we came back, I kid you not, we opened the door, and that little shit was standing with his 4 legs at the door with the tail wagging. Like, that tail never walked like that before.
No.
And all of a sudden, he's like, "Look at me."
It still gets me emotional seeing that. But even with that said, he had to relearn how to walk.
Of course, like a human.
Yeah, he did. He had to still go through therapy. And when we got back from Puerto Rico, of course, I took a picture and sent it to Animotion. And when we got back to here and went to Animotion, Elix and I walked in with Ricky for his next treatment, and the receptionist said, she got it. It's like she got the picture of Ricky standing, and she ran through Animotion with the 3 vets and the assistants. Little Ricky's walking. So after 4 months,
it really was a miracle.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely a miracle. So
that's why we call him our miracle dog.
Yeah, I don't have money to buy any new clothes because of the money we spent. But besides that, we're almost caught up.
But if you love your
do it again
animals and you consider them like children, like you do, wouldn't you just spend every penny you have on them?
Yes.
That's what we felt. Yes. And that's what we did.
Hey, Michelle, we're chatting so much. Hey, Sil in New York.
And June is there. Hi,
June's here too.
And hey.
I love it. So we get some really great stuff. So Elix has some.
You know what else is a miracle? That we actually finished that whole story before the end of tonight.
Wait, we're not done yet with our wrap. We still have some
No,
stuff
but
to chat
the story about the dog, I was concerned because, to make a story short, yeah.
So we got some food here. We're going to do some readings, and Hope, my chocolate buddy, is here. Hey, Hope. So I want to give a shout out to Michelle too. Michelle is on here, and Michelle is the one that won a couple of weeks ago the free reading with the Willy Wonka trivia, and I had her reading this week, and Michelle, and I got to meet Michelle's son was in the house, so he kind of like came in, was part of the reading. It was wild. It was a Zoom reading, and it was really, really cool. You don't get much better than Michelle.
Nope.
She's something else like most of you guys, but I hope everybody is doing well, and yes, I love it. Michelle,
this is
second time
here forever and ever and ever. That's how much I love it.
Yes. And Kathy Clabby's here again. We're so honored, Kathy. I think you were here last week, so
twice.
Yes,
oh
exactly.
My God.
So Michelle, Michelle, it was so awesome to get to see you. Hey, Karen. So let's just see how everybody's doing, right? But there's something we got to talk about right now, and that is, I don't know if you saw my post, but Elix and I went to see After Death today. So I had heard about that, and I wanted to see it. Of course, as a medium, I wanted to see it, and. What did you think?
Thumbs down for me. There are parts of it that, I connected with, but there's a bigger part that I don't know, it didn't make me feel good leaving out the theater. So I've learned a lot more from you and Spirit than I learned from watching the movie. So yeah, no, I don't think I would recommend it.
I wouldn't either. I mean, I had such high expectations because of, hearing people that, and I respect, and both of us respect everybody that was in that movie and explained their stories. Because I mean, like having a near-death experience, I mean, that's something, right? That's a miracle that you're back and you're back for a reason. So I get it. And I mean, we're not going to give anything away in case you want to see it. But the problem is that you walk away. If I said to Elix, if you didn't have a medium as a husband and have heard so many things about spirit and what they've told me and how they connect, you could walk out of that movie very uneasy.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
And I walked out. That's how I walked out. Yeah. And I'm here. Like I get to see and learn and be with spirit every day. So if I thought to myself, if I felt that uneasy, somebody else that doesn't have this.
Sil, I'm curious. Sil just said her mom and her went today. What did you think, Sil? Oh, you agree? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think also coming from a place, from my experience, that I'm just always so positive with spirit because I know it's all love, right? It's just all positivity and love. And that when I sort of see something that may not be in alignment with that, it just sort of gets me a little, I don't know, uneasy, I guess, right?
And it's I understand that there's a lot more than we know, right? I think for me was that there wasn't a thorough enough explanation for me to understand what they were sharing with us, the good and the bad, right?
Yeah, but you know what? Kudos to the producer and director that did this, because that is not a very easy subject. There's so many people still that don't want to even think about death, or afraid of death, don't want to talk about death. So kudos to them, right? Kudos to them that put this together. But I will tell you, a lot of the stories were really amazing.
I mean, that part was amazing. Yeah, that part was amazing. Hey, by the way, there's Sean here. Hi, Sean.
Hey, Sean. Hello. I love it.
Nioka. Oh my God, you guys are awesome.
In the cup? That's kind of personal, Jillian. Wouldn't you say what's in the cup?
Jillian, there's nothing exciting in this cup. Promise you. Just water.
Oh, she's talking about that cup?
Yeah. What else do you think she's concerned about?
Listen, I see Jillian in my mind just does not go to a good place.
That's why I know
a risque place.
That's why I know she's asking for this cup.
Let me tell you something. So Nioka, if I'm pronouncing that right.
Yes, you are.
I love that you're here all the time. And when I first looked at your first name, and I thought, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I've been calling you Flinty. But then I just thought, that's being disrespectful, because first of all, Nioka is such a beautiful, my God, that's such a beautiful name. So I hope I'm pronouncing it right. So hopefully. So, but one last thing before we get to.
One last thing.
This is big.
Yeah. You know what else is big? Honest to God, I'm so distracted.
My hair?
My hair. What? Steven, I swear I feel like somebody teased my hair and put it up. What's going on with this?
But your hair looks good.
I know, but it's so high. Oh my God.
Yeah, but you're the one that did it.
I know, but I didn't realize until I'm looking at myself.
What did the Southern lady say? The higher your hair,
the closer to God. So
I must be tickling God with this. Just saying.
Yes. Maybe I'm trying to be like you. That's probably what it is.
You could.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know.
All right. So go ahead.
Michelle said your hair looks great.
Thank you, Michelle.
Looks great, right? Morgan, my beautiful niece is here. Oh, I got movie reviews too, and not just the show. I love it, Morgan. We'll be seeing you soon. So, Croxy's here.
Hey, Croxy. Thank you, Croxy. All right, this is big. This is super big.
I am so excited because I said this last week about my Facebook page. And so this week I'm going to get very active there. So if you haven't, go to the Suicide Gift Facebook page and just request to join so that you can be part of this private group, because you know what? It's here. It's here. I am so excited. Of course, this is the proof, so that's why that's here. But it is beautiful. It's got some pictures in it, and that's me and my dad, and the suicide gift. I cannot wait for everybody to read this. It's going to be out December 8th, both the print and the ebook. So right now it's on KDP, and I'm just waiting before I go to others because I want to make sure it's all done. And that's
Well, they can pre-order.
You can pre-order
Yes.
just the ebook. Now, the KDP doesn't let you pre-order the print, but you can pre-order the ebook if you like. And then I'm going to add to Ingram spots and stuff like that. But
you gonna want to.
This is yeah, and you know something like each chapter has, I don't know if you can see this.
Put it closer.
Each chapter has, at the end of each chapter has insights. And the insights kind of tie in what the chapter's about. And of course, it's really my journey of how my dad taking his life at 8 years old just completely created a different boy, a different 8-year-old boy, and that 8-year-old boy took over. And it's just my journey of the chaos, the not loving myself, the sometimes close to just wanting to end this, all of that kind of stuff. But it's really explained really well here. And ultimately, why it's called a suicide gift is that after I processed all of this, like my dad's death, and realized it wasn't the trauma, right? That it wasn't because of me, and that's what I thought. Oh, I'm gay. At 8 years old, I knew something was wrong with me. I just thought, how can I be so cute and be straight? That's what I really thought at 8 years old, right?
Nobody. Some of those pictures will tell you nobody thought he was straight. Even at 6 years old, he's posting like this, on the TV.
I didn't even know. At 8 years old, I don't know if I knew I was gay. I knew I was different.
I think your soul knew.
Well, I'm sure, right? But so I blame myself. I thought, what parent, what dad would kill himself if he's got 2 sons, and I'm the different one, so it's probably my fault. And so this goes through the whole thing, and ultimately, after I processed everything, I'm not going to give too much away, but then the suicide ultimately leads me to my gift of being a medium. So it's a really, really great book, and I cannot wait for people to see it. But if you want to get a preview before it's actually out December 8th, and I know some of you already have,
yes,
like Sil has, and I think Michelle has. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to go live. I'm going to incorporate some readings too, so you have me privately, right? And I'm going to actually give the PDF to you guys, so you're able to actually read it before, because I'm really interested to see what you guys think. It's been sort of in the works for a long time in my head, and I always just thought, I can't write a book. I mean, it's too intimidating. I'm sure maybe a lot of you think the same thing. So,
but it has been a pretty extensive process.
Yeah,
right.
It has. Yeah, and you know what? Yeah. And because this is a first-time author, I got to give the biggest shout out to Natalie Banks. Natalie Banks is an incredible person, friend, family. I was going to get there. Author,
novelist.
Yes. She has put everything. She's so busy, and she's put things on the side to be able to help me with this. So people are amazing. People just are amazing that want to help, and knowing that I didn't really know what I was doing. No one preps you for being able to get an ISBN number. I mean, I've seen them on books, but did I know how to get one? All that kind of stuff. I'm sure people that have written before know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'll just tell you this. I'm going to just read the back very quickly. So here it is. When an 8-year-old boy loses his father from suicide, he instantly transforms into someone he no longer recognizes. He becomes lost, sad, confused, and conflicted. He makes the decision to walk away from his physical body and let the new 8-year-old boy take over his life. He knows he needs to do this to save himself until he can figure the situation out. The problem is the new boy that has taken over has no emotions, no empathy, extreme anger, and will cause havoc every chance he gets. He also disassociates himself from God, faith, and his loved ones in spirit. It's a race to see if the original boy can find the strength to work through the effects of his father's suicide before his counterpart destroys both their lives by a second suicide. This is the fascinating true story of how a young boy finds himself again and how it leads to the discovery of an extraordinary gift. So I hope you guys get to read it, and I really hope you guys like it. So, all right.
There's no question you guys are going to love it.
And I'm so proud of it.
I already read it. I'm privileged to have gone. Well, I'm privileged. I lived through a lot of
it's
that
dedicated
stories.
to him too. So it's dedicated to you.
It is.
Yes, you know that.
It is.
So, but who's ready for cranberries, baby?
Oh my God, the famous cranberries. Finally, we're gonna do something.
Now, can you just explain though where they came from?
I'm explaining where they came from. I want nothing to do with where they came from. You explain it.
Some of you already know that behind our house there's conservation land for like the 20 plus acres, and after that is a cranberry bog. So I just kind of take a little plastic bag and just sometimes I just like sit, and if there's berries next to me, I pluck them and put them in the bag.
Because the cranberries are right next to him.
Berries jump right out into the bag.
Yeah, they just exactly. This many berries jump right into the bag. Just saying, oh my God, we're gonna go to prison.
Yeah, Tanya, I did go back and get more. Deborah's here. I was waiting for you, Deborah. I didn't see you, but Tanya, you're right.
Deborah, that is very harsh.
What did you say?
Stolen berries. That's very harsh. That's very judgmental, Deborah. Just saying.
Deborah, that could be a song. Just saying. That title sounds pretty cool. Or you know what? That could be a drag queen's name. Stolen Berries.
Yes.
I bet your drag queen's going to take that. Seriously. A new drag queen's waiting for a good name. Stolen Berries. All Deborah. All based on Deborah.
All Deborah. So we're going to make cranberry sauce. It's a super easy. Hi, Wendy. Super easy recipe. And honestly, there is absolutely no reason why you should be buying canned cranberry sauce. I know some people live for the canned cranberry stuff, but this is the real thing. And honestly, this is a no-brainer recipe. There's no excuse for not being able to make cranberry sauce. And I'm gonna add my little twist here and there so that you could, if you wanted to.
You should patent that, because you noticed when you said my little twist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe we can trademark that.
If you want to bring cranberry sauce to your family gathering, I promise yours will definitely stand out. And
Robin said she made hers, and it's so easy.
It is super easy. So you want to move
so
the
we're going to do a little cooking.
You guys
then when he's doing some stuff, I'm going to come do some readings.
Yeah.
And then we're going to come back, and then we'll fit in everything.
So we're going to do the STELIX thing, and if you guys have any questions, okay, I think we're good. Very good. So yeah, perfect. I think that's perfect. So what we're going to do is I am going to put cranberries. This is probably, I would say, about 2 bags. I don't know how many. I mean, God only knows. He got a lot of cranberries. So I'm gonna dump them all into these.
So Sandra says she's never done cranberry sauce.
You've never done cranberry sauce, so this is an opportunity for you to do cranberry sauce. So again, super simple. All you need now. I use both brown sugar and regular sugar, white sugar. Now, why brown sugar? Because I just love the brown sugar has molasses. And the molasses adds an extra layer of deep richness to the cranberries. And the cranberries are pretty tart, so you definitely need lots of sugar. So this
So hey, Bernie's here. Sandra just said 1 cup or one and a half.
Half brown sugar, and this is dark brown sugar packed, and half white sugar. And again, you need lots of sugar because cranberries are super tart. And you need to use the sugar to counterpart that tartness. So I am just mixing the berries. I washed the berries. I took all the little stems out of the berries. So this is what it looks like.
Mioka, thank you.
And I'm using, be careful because it's gonna,
ow!
That's on. You do realize that, so you may want to wear.
I do now.
So now, to this we need to add some water, but I actually like to use orange juice. So I'm gonna use both orange zest and real orange juice. I already squeezed 2 oranges, so I have about 2/3 of a cup of orange juice. And that's just gonna be enough. Anything else, because what I wanna do is I wanna just barely cover the berries and let them simmer for about 15 minutes.
Wait, hold on. I love that, Carrie. Carrie just said the majority of cranberries in the U.S. come from Wisconsin. You know, Carrie, that is such a great fact for people to know because I know Massachusetts is the second one right after Wisconsin. So thank you for that, Carrie.
Yeah, but aren't these picked here, but they're sent to Wisconsin?
No. No, depending on what the,
the brand?
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Who's actually making them?
Okay. So this is the orange juice. So I'm gonna just, pour the orange juice over the berries, and I'm just going to sort of take a look to see how much more I need, and I'm probably gonna just add maybe a little half a cup of water. So just another half a cup of water. Again, all you need is for the berries to just barely be covered with the liquid. And really, that's all it said. Now, I have a little pinch of salt. Salt is always good to add because a little pinch, it's going to actually bring all that natural sweetness. So you think that salt is gonna make the recipe sour. It actually does the opposite. So honestly, if you wanna stop here, this is all you need to do. So you can simmer this. We're gonna let it simmer for about 15 minutes. And I'm actually gonna cover them and let them do their thing. And Steven is going to do some readings. But what I do after 15 minutes, so we'll do that later on, I add a few things. Now, I don't wanna add the orange zest just yet. I want to add it at the very end so that it brings out the freshness in the cranberries. I also gonna add about a couple of tablespoons of orange marmalade because I want to add different layers of orange. Orange and cranberry go really, really well.
I never knew that.
Yes.
Did you guys know that orange and cranberry goes very well?
Absolutely. It's one of those things that pair really well. And I'm also going to add vanilla. Now, if I added vanilla to this right now, it would just cook. So I'm just going to wait till this is done. I'll add the vanilla at the very end with the zest, with the marmalade, and then this is optional. But I will tell you, it adds a whole lot of richness and deliciousness. So this is Grand Marnier. This is an orange liqueur, and again, it's very optional. This you just add, I would say about a quarter cup maybe, just to taste of Grand Marnier at the very, very end of the recipe. So we'll do that together. But
so some people knew that, some people didn't know that, but I'm not sure about how orange and cranberry go together.
Yeah, orange and cranberry is as delicious.
So Michelle said she did know that too.
So orange and cranberry go really well. But again, you don't need to. You can just simply put the cranberries, put the sugar. If you want to use white sugar, 1 cup, that's fine. I personally like to combine the dark brown sugar because it brings out that molasses flavor with the white sugar. So I do half and half cup of each.
Robin said that's how she's making hers this year, and Kathy Clappy said that the Grand Marnier is perfect.
It's perfection.
It's
absolutely delicious. But again, if you just want to simplify the recipe because you don't want to add any of this stuff, that's fine too. Just add the sugar to the cranberries, cover with water or orange juice, whatever your choice is, and let them simmer for 15-20 minutes. That's really all about.
Now, but Elis, could somebody mix something not orange but something else? Like, could you do?
Sure, you could do lemon. Lemon also brings out a lot of richness in fruits. I mean, like we add lemon to berry pies, to apple pie, to blueberry pie. blueberry and lemon go really beautiful. So lemon would go just as beautiful with the cranberries. The reason why I would choose orange instead of lemon is because the cranberries are already tart. So lemon is tart. You add tart plus tart brings more tartness to it. But if you like lemon flavor, you could do that as well. I would just probably add a little extra sugar because you're gonna need it to break that tartness. But it's a matter of a choice, Steven. I mean,
Yeah, so Lori even said apple cran sounds good, and Wendy said it's cranberry orange muffins are delicious. What about the Boricuas here, the Puerto Ricans? Like, what would the cranberry sauce like do? Is that part of the meal? Like,
so en Puerto Rico, no sé si hay muchos boricuas en la casa, pero no, que el cranberry sauce es algo que nosotros realmente no usamos mucho en nuestra cocina, a menos que para el Día de Acción de Gracias. Pero no creo que hay muchas personas que lo hacen en la casa, pero esto es una receta tan y tan y tan fácil que definitivamente yo lo recomiendo. Si no lo han hecho, que aprendan, que cojan la receta y la hagan esta vez. That was it. That's all I said is that
so yeah, tell
a lot of the Puerto Rico, in Puerto Rico, traditionally, this is not something that personally, I didn't grow up eating cranberry sauce during Thanksgiving because it's just not something I did. But we do have Thanksgiving, we eat turkey. So if this is something that you want to make, it's a super easy recipe to make. And I am pretty sure that you can get real cranberries in Puerto Rico.
Sandra said she's going to try it this year.
By the way, absolutely. You could, just so that you know, so I just covered it, so I covered it because I wanted to simmer. I'm going to actually lower the heat a little bit because it's a little too high, and then just let it simmer a little longer. But again, it's already looking fabulous. All you need
is smelling amazing.
Yeah, and all you need is for the cranberries to break. So again, so I'm just gonna let it simmer for a few more minutes. But anyways, what was I saying about? So you could use. Clearly, we have fresh cranberries. We happen to be privileged enough to live near a cranberry bog, and you know who. Somehow
the attorney.
The cranberries jump into the bag as he's sitting right next to the bog meditating. But anyways, you could, if you find frozen cranberries, you can make cranberry sauce with frozen cranberries. They work just as well. They're just as good. So,
but you could use that same recipe with frozen cranberries?
Absolutely, yeah. Frozen cranberries are frozen cranberries. They're not cooked. They're just frozen.
And you just drop them in the pot?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm learning so much.
So, by the way, the other thing is some people, I personally I learned to love the whole cranberry in the sauce. What? Somebody said something?
No, Kathy said the cranberry thief.
Not me. Please, Kathy, clarify that. So anyway, some people, I love whole cranberry sauce. I think it looks beautiful and I just love it. However, if you don't like to feel the skin in the sauce, because you could actually, once these cook, you could actually put them through a, oh my God, of course, a mill. This is a foot mill. And all you do is you just put them here, do this, only the cranberry part will fall through. The skin will stay at the top, and you'll end up with that very smooth cranberry sauce. So if you want to do the smooth cranberry sauce, you can just definitely use the mill, and the product is just the same. And by the way, the cranberries, when they're able to, are we gonna have
issues again? We're good.
When they cool down and you get to put them in the refrigerator, they will solidify. So they will become that jelly consistency because the natural fructose of the cranberry will allow them to make them jelly-like, if you will. So
then, yeah. So hold on. So Sandra had asked, she wonders if you could use this on the top of pork chops.
Sure, why not? Actually, what I would do, to be honest with you, because apples and pork chops go really well, I would, if I was doing that, see right now, if you see this, let me show you this, by the way.
You know, Karen G just said that she loved the butternut and apple recipe from a few weeks ago. Thank you, Elix, and she made it again today.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, Karen, it's such a beautiful time of year to do it.
Yes.
It's a really great time.
So let me show you what this looks like. So that's already pretty beautiful, beautifully consistent. But again, I'm allowing this to simmer slightly longer. At this state, what I would do, Sandra, is I would just add, I would say probably 6 apples. Cut them the same way you would cut them for an apple pie, and just throw them in there and allow that to cook together. And that will give you an apple cranberry sauce that would be absolutely delicious to put over pork chops.
So Sandra just said, oh, so no added gelatin.
No, no. The fruit itself, this is the fruit has that natural fructose. So no, I don't add anything to this. This is all natural. This is all that you need to do.
Yeah, unlike the gelatin I would use making grape jelly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for this, you don't need anything else. It will solidify once you let it cool. You put it in the refrigerator, and this will last for months. By the way, I'm making this now, and this is what we'll have for Thanksgiving. So this is something that you can definitely make ahead of time.
And you can put it in the freezer?
Well, I would put it in the refrigerator, not the freezer. There's no need to put it in the freezer.
No, but if you were that far out, could you actually freeze it or no?
How far out are we talking about?
So if you did it at Easter for Thanksgiving.
Well, I don't know why you would want to do cranberry sauce at Easter for the following Thanksgiving, but if you did, no, I would definitely, I would just do what you do with your jelly, can them and just keep them canned. You don't freeze your jelly.
No.
Any other questions?
I don't think everyone's just loving the recipe. Those, Nyoka said, Stephen, you need one of those little rake box. Oh yeah. make it easier. So hold on.
A what? I missed it. Oh.
You know, just really so people don't think I'm really a complete disaster in the kitchen. I really am. But look I made this. And
it's actually delicious.
It's amazing. People that have had this want it.
Yeah.
Even more jars. As a matter of fact, our electrician and friend Eric comes in, and every time he comes in, I always give him one of them. But I'm sort of running out. So.
Yeah. So this is looking really fantastic, Stephen. So I think what we can do is you can take over because I want to let this simmer for a little bit, and then when we come back, we'll
simmer down, baby, simmer down.
Yeah. But for now, there's a question there, and I can't see it. It's too far from me. Or something.
That's from June.
What is
June? I'm
saying?
sorry for my face right here. I love the apple turnovers. Tried them with a very ripe pear and purple grapes, lemon juice, and with cranberries and apples.
Fabulous.
June is fancy.
June, we're gonna have to have
She's
you
fancy.
over, and we'll have some fancy, recipes together. That's absolutely fabulous, and that's the point. The point of anything that we make together is make it your own. I'm just giving you my idea of how I would make this cranberry sauce and what I like to add. But make it your own. Like Sandra just said, she want to add some apples to this. Absolutely. Who wouldn't want to have some apples? I mean, by the way, apple cranberry goes beautifully with turkey too. So, if you don't want to add the Grand Marnier and you have some other liqueur that you want to add, go ahead. Do something. Just cook with your heart. That's what cooking is all about.
This looks like an SNL shot. Like the person that doesn't know where the hell the camera is, like me. But Carrie just said that would be great with goat cheese over baguette slices. Awesome app. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know what you're talking about. So
yes.
So
Carrie's
absolutely.
good.
That is something that, again, that is a very creative way. If you're having a party and you want to do some fancy appetizer, that is something that pairs beautifully. Cranberry sauce, goat cheese, or
So,
any
you
party
notice
cheese.
he's already clean. He's anal. He's already cleaning the kitchen. So let me just flip this over. Um, June just said write a book. June, listen,
There's
the book
plenty.
is all about me today, not Elix. Even though his book would be amazing, his life would be amazing, and his cooking would be amazing too. So, and Robin also said on top of Brie. So,
Oh yes.
Hello, Katie. So, well, Katie, you just popped in right at the right time. I just came here to start doing readings. So, oh yes, Bree too. So, instead of pulling someone up, just so I can get through more people, if there's any questions you've got, ask me. If you have a particular person you want, let me know too, and I can focus in. Or if you just want a hodgepodge of whoever's coming through, let me know too. So, I know Katie just said, "Hey, boo." I know that's not for anybody else except me. Katie and I are like this now. Yeah, we're boo. So, all right. So listen. So Karen, you just said, "Love to hear from my." Let me just see something. Karen Spinoza would love to hear from my boyfriend, husband. Karen. So let me just say this. I don't know why I get the facial hair. Did he have facial hair? I keep feeling like it feels like a beard or a mustache. I don't know if that was all the time, but he's just giving. When he steps forward, that's what he does. You ask for him to step forward, he steps forward. He's right next to me. He keeps talking about the birds. So there's got to be a connection. Maybe you feed birds, but he also, Karen, he also makes me feel like you're really connected to nature also. It sort of makes me feel like he is too. But just keep that in mind too, because when spirit tells me that, it just is a great way for you to know that a high probability of getting a sign is most likely outside, like birds or butterflies or dragonflies, depending on what season it is or so. But that's pretty. I don't know why these comments are not moving. That's a. He also just said there's a birthday or anniversary really close, and also Karen, he's thanking you for just thinking of him every day. And there's Karen, there is something like a piece of jewelry that he keeps saying is very connected. He always saw birds and said it was his. Oh my God! And now he's doing the same thing for you. Like, that's amazing that he would say that's his dad. And that's not a surprise, Karen, because he knows he said that to you. So now he's going to use the birds the same way to give that sign to you. That's pretty cool. But he keeps showing me that there's he just said the clock is ticking too. I don't know what that is. Karen, I'm asking him, what do you mean? And he also said Billy or Bob, Barbara, B, Brian, Karen. Who's the B that's really connected? He's also saying hi to everybody. Everyone that doesn't know him, he's saying hi. That's just his personality. But he also feels like what do you have his ring? There's something that he just keeps saying that it's connected jewelry wise, that almost like when you have it or look at it, it's something that really connects you to him. And somebody's doing a test, Karen. I don't know if this is like a medical test, like if someone just went for an annual or there's some testing. So just keep that with you too. So Mary, hold on. I'm seeing would love to hear from my mom. So Karen, I haven't seen any responses, but just make sure you okay. So he got me Bishan on a necklace. His daughter is in school and oh my God, that's the healthcare piece. And I love. Do you always wear that? The Bishan? I mean, it just feels like every time you're touching it, I couldn't tell what piece of jewelry it was, but it's pretty cool. And I love the testing. I bet also, Karen, when he asked about the testing in school, it's because if she's going to school for an NP, then obviously she's testing and it's connected to healthcare. So that's pretty wild. And he knows that too. Always, Karen, too, the eye. Someone's eye. I don't know if that is him or he's bringing it up. Like, if it feels like it's been a while, but someone did something to one eye, because it almost feels like I have a patch on my eye. So keep that also with you. And by the way, Karen, who's Lee or Lynn or the L? There's a really strong L name too. All of this really is just about your boyfriend just giving. He started slow and now he's not shutting up. He just wants to speak and keep talking. I love it. And Karen, I will tell you that I know you said boyfriend, husband. That relationship was unlike most relationships. It was, when I tune into his energy and then he pulls me into your energy, that love is amazing. And you know that you're also connected, very connected. And you also know that you get those, not just the signs, but you just know he's around. Are you? I'm going to go to the next person, but I got to ask you, Karen. Are you doing something part-time, or not sure? 30 years may as well been. Well, of course. I don't know what the not sure is, but in any case, no wonder why the love is there. That's the same for me and Elix, 30 years. But he keeps showing me you leaving to do something, but it doesn't feel, I know this is a really weird sign, it doesn't feel like you're full-time. It feels like, are you thinking about going part-time, or if you don't work, doing something part-time? It's wild how he's showing me you leave, like the house, but it doesn't feel like it's every day. Or maybe you're thinking about doing something or leaving a full-time job, but it's just a really, really great way, Karen, to let you know that he's watching you. And he just said he loves you and he keeps hugging you and keeps giving you kisses here. So just make sure you keep that with you. That's very specific too, right? The sort of like part-time, or like, I don't know what that is. Maybe even like, maybe not working. Maybe he's telling me to get out of the house. Yeah, I mean, Spirit doesn't usually work that way because they don't tell us what to do, Karen. So I think it's more of there's either something like an opportunity coming that someone's going to ask you, would you like a nonprofit, or would you like to just volunteer, or something part-time? But I'm telling you, there's something part-time. I can feel that you're not leaving the same day at the same time every day. It sort of changes. So make sure you keep that with you. And Karen, he just said that was the L connection. So a friend maybe, like a Lynn, Lisa, Larry, I don't know. That's the connection to maybe giving you that opportunity. So, just make sure you keep that with you. So I will leave you with that, Karen. And I think it's always good to get out of the house anyway. You shouldn't be in all the time. You should be sharing that love and your connection. So that's what this is all about, right? All right. So let me thank you. Someone asked me here. I'm gonna Mary, quite contrary. Would love to hear from my mama. Mary, are you still here? Your mother just said yes.
Is Mary there?
I'm sure she's going to respond. Mary, your mother just said yes. You got to be here. So just give me a comment. Yes.
Yeah.
Why am I even asking, right?
Mary's probably all nervous.
Ma, hold on, Ma. So your mom is stepping forward. Your mother steps forward with her mom. So, two for the price of one. But there's Mary. There's a really strong father energy here. I don't know if this is dad or like a father-in-law, but there's a dad energy. It doesn't feel like it's pulling me up to like a grandfather, but there's some kind of dad energy. So mom, Mary, your mother's got like seriously the best heart and best energy as she steps forward. Did your mother or grandmother make something for you, Mary? Um, like like crocheting or knitting or something crafty. Your mother keeps pointing to something that you've got. I don't know if it's out, but it feels like somebody like very close, like maybe her, your grandmother, or it could be actually even someone living. My dad, I loved my dad. Also, your dad's here too. But it's like an Afghan not a quilt or something. What is she talking about? She keeps talking because I see it laid out on the bed. What did she always knitted sweaters? I love that. But there's did she ever use clothes of like actual clothes to make something? That's what it feels like. It feels like someone made a blanket or a quilt out of something. Like they used like if they used something and then transformed it into something. So my dad's that's who it is. So this is my dad's Mim. So I'm assuming that's your father's mom. I love the quilt. She kept showing me quilts. I love that. So she's also letting you know that she's stepping forward. Mom or dad, one of them just makes me feel like they've been gone, for a long time. Your mother just said, Mary, there's an accent too, Mary. I don't know if this is Irish, but there's an accent I keep hearing. I can hear someone speaking in an accent, and they keep talking about the ring. It feels like I don't know if it's a wedding ring, but it's a gem. Could be a diamond ring or a wedding ring or band. But wait a minute. My mom's mom made braided rugs from woolen cloth.
Oh my God! Wow.
Mary, that's it too. I love that. I love that. That's what she was talking about. Using something else to make something. That's pretty wild, right? I love it. And oh my God, they're having a big party with you. They're very, very excited and just giving you big hugs. And everybody, Mary just said how proud they are of you, based on the last year. Or 2 years, there's sadness. It feels like there's a crossing. Someone passed away, or it just feels loneliness, and I think also maybe because of so sad and miss mom, Mary. So you know what? Listen, your mom is just Rose. What's the Rose, Mary? There's a flower name. You have like a first or middle name, Rose. This Rosa. It feels like roses, unless someone loves roses or there's a connection. Your mom, I love your mom. She's got a very good personality. Who's speaking in a different, like brogue or something? There's a little bit of an accent. Robin, I'm sure that's Robin's. My mom is Rose. That's kind of interesting. I love it. That's because you're here, and that's why that's happening. But Mary, I don't know what the little accent is. And your mom just said there's little hummels or something, little things that she keeps giving as a reference to either her or your grandmother, or you have it. There's a soft animal near me too, Mary. There's like a cat. You have cats? It's small. I don't know. It could be a dog, but it feels more like a cat. It feels like your mother makes me want to touch the fur. Yeah, it sounds like it's purring. Mary, where are you? Yes, Hummel. I love that. I don't know if that was hers or yours, but just, you got it. That's the most important thing. I can hear a cat. It's poodles. I don't know where the cat comes in. Maybe why she wanted me to feel them, because you know how poodles have that not weird, but different fur? You know, poodles have the curls. So even though there's Jack, Mary, Jack of all trades. Jack of all trades. John, Jack, Jim. Who's the GJ name? That also could be one of the poodles. Oh, your mother just said, no, the B name is one of the poodles. So I don't know what that is. So just keep that with you. Your mother's on a roll, right? She just, just keeps chatting and talking. So, Mary, don't, when you said you're sad, and I can certainly feel that, losing a mom too, but please just make sure you know that your mom is with you every single night, every single morning. She's just always there with you. And your mom does this, but then again, your dad does too. I've never seen both. What that's really saying is that you've got both of them in you. George, Jim, oh my God. I think it's a double validation. Jack of all trades, meaning that someone was really good at a lot of different things, and there's also a John or Jack or um, Jim name, something like that. There's also an Ava or Anna, something like that. So also just keep that with you, Mary. Um, I love your dad because he just let your mom go first so that you could speak to her and hear from her. And I know you said that you really miss her, but just make sure dad is always there with you too, and always around. Your mother just said 2024, Mary, is much better also. So just also keep that with you. So I don't know. I haven't seen anything more from Mary. So Mary, I'll leave that with you and just let you know. What's the ring, Mary? The ring is killing me. So let's see. Oh wait, Martin. My dad died about a month ago. The name is Jack. Oh, Martin. This is a double validation for you and Mary. So it's gotta be. So let me just see. Jack of all trades. That's kind of wild how he made me say that, Martin. So, Martin Rigo, your dad just said, my boy is something else. The way you think, you're also very connected to spirit, Martin. I don't know if you're aware of that or not. Martin, what your dad is stepping forward, and your dad keeps showing me knuckles, like hand or knuckles. Oh, Martin, someone had something wrong with their fingers or something. There's like something's deformed. When I say deformed, maybe like a little doesn't stand straight, or someone lost the tip of something. There's something there. So, Robin, Martin is a good friend of yours. I didn't know that. I love that. I don't think I when I was at your place, Robin, doing the group readings, I don't think I remember a Martin. Do I? I don't think there was a Martin there. I'm not sure. In any case,
which group reading was I
Robin,
there?
Robin in Salisbury.
Oh,
yeah, I don't remember a Martin.
I don't think so.
In any case, Martin, where'd you go? And so your dad's just giving that as a valid. Mary, it's a ring that's passed down, and it could be lost. It could be someone doesn't have it, but your mother is adamant about a ring being passed down. So, my dad, John Jack, had really strong, big hands, usually full of calluses. Wow. So I just, your dad just gave me the evil eye. Like, what are you saying? They're deformed. They're not deformed. They're big. So that's what it's something, Martin, how this works is that it's something very particular about your dad that, immediately pops into your head. And that's why he's doing that. So, and I also, Martin, Chesapeake Bay? What is that? Does anyone know where Chesapeake Bay is? There's or something that sounds like that, Martin, your dad just said. Or was there a bay or some kind of like water or something that your family was near or lived? Like, he was very, very adamant about Chesapeake Bay, or unless that's a particular location, like a state that he's bringing up. I got to be honest, I've heard of that. I don't know exactly where that is. Do you, Felix?
I don't know. It sounds like a pond or name of something like that.
Yeah, I hope it's not like a TV show I watched. Oh, it's Marilyn. Lori, thank you. Um, yes, loved on the bay. Oh, lived on the bay. Oh, I love that, Martin. I love that your dad's giving that. You know, throw out the Chesapeake. He just wanted to bring up the bay. That's what this is all about. So, and you know, Martin, he talks about, I know you talked about his hands. He's also talking about tools. I don't know if he actually, with those big hands, would do like a lot of things with his hands, but he keeps making me, you know what it is? And he also talks about a tractor or a lawnmower that he's talking about. I don't know if like his stuff is still around or this was a long time ago, but all I can tell you is there's a picture of him or you, Martin, like with tools or a tractor or a lawnmower, something like that. So very, very specific, but I got to tell you, I love the Bay thing. That was pretty cool. Very specific. And he also talks about the brother. So do you have a brother? Yes, he was a mechanic. He gave me his lawnmower and just asked me about it before he passed.
Wow.
Oh my God, Martin, how wild is that? That's Dad just giving that big, big hug. Let me just say it. Your father is a big bear too. He's very sensitive. I don't know if he showed a lot of it, Martin, but I love your dad because when I tune into his energy, it's really it's very loving. And I got to tell you one thing, that you were it. For I hate to say this, but were you the favorite? If there's another brother, because
if there is, hopefully not.
Yeah,
here.
hopefully he's not listening. Because he just said one, unless you're the oldest or the one boy, and he's talking about his brother. But I got to tell you, Martin, that connection with you and him was pretty cool. I love it. I love that he asked you about that, the lawnmower. That's also something like a reminder for everybody watching too. When Spirit brings up, like Martin just said, of course I'm the favorite. I love it. Well, Martin, you know, and everybody else, when Spirit brings up, like your dad brings up, a conversation that he asked about right like close to when he passed away, they do that purposely because that's pretty much to bring you right to before he left the physical earth, but in a very positive way to say that, you know, how much he loved you, almost like that was his sort of way of saying, I'm leaving physically, but I'm not really leaving any other way or much other way. I'm going to be here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to even be not only in a better place, I'm going to be home, and I also get to watch you 24/7. So that's pretty cool, Martin. Thank you for letting me do that. Your dad is also around you and with you all the time. So I love that, the baying thing. So are you ready to?
We're ready.
So hold on, we gotta get
ready.
So hold on, we gotta get back to cranberries.
The cranberries are done, and I think that's good enough. Perfect. So the cranberries are.
Pardon me.
Done.
Pardon me. Martin, thank you. Thank you for letting me do that.
So how I normally would know that they're done is because I'm gonna try to. This is pretty hot, so I'm gonna try to show you. So they leave a trail. So see that? Can you guys? I don't know if you guys can. You see the comments, Steven? So they're leaving the trail at the bottom. So that tells me the cranberries are done. And honestly, they looked really amazing. You can see whole cranberry.
Oh my God.
Cranberries.
The smell of those cranberries is crazy.
And they look whole, they look mushy. So all we need to do to this, to just like bump them up a few levels, is we're gonna add the lemon zest, and I used the zest of an entire, orange zest. I used the zest of an entire orange. So we're gonna add that. By the way, there's no more heat. So this is
Everyone's saying they can see it. Wendy said they can see it.
beautiful. We are going to add, I would say about hearty tablespoon of marmalade, orange marmalade, a little vanilla, about a tablespoon of vanilla. This is real vanilla. I don't want to waste any orange zest. And so, oh my God, this already smells delicious. So this is gonna add layers of flavor to this cranberry sauce. Sandra, if you add apples to this is gonna be super delicious as well. If you're still
So
here.
Deborah said she's gonna do the recipe.
Yes, this is gonna be, and then the last thing, again, this is optional. This is Grand Marnier, which is the orange cognac liqueur. And honestly, all you need is just a little splash.
Is it Michael or Michelle? I can't see the post, the profile pitch, but it says Michael. I can smell the deliciousness.
Oh my God, it smells.
And you're right. It's amazing.
Yeah, this smells totally delicious. And honestly, all of this is just to bump it up a little level of 2 in flavor. So if you want to make this recipe and bring it to your family's gathering for Thanksgiving, or if you're hosting and you want to make something that's gonna
you'll be like a show off,
make you, show you off, this is it. So what I'm gonna do, Steven, is I'm just to show people, what this looks like. I'm actually going to. So I'm gonna.
Oh, Elena, hello.
So Steven, if you do me a favor, can you just
Elena's in, I think, Florida. Huh?
With that, can you just because I can't do it.
What am I doing? This?
No.
Oh, this.
Yes. Oh my God, people. Honestly. So look how delicious that looks. Beautiful.
Listen, I never ever said I was good in the kitchen. Besides the grape jelly, just saying.
This is not doing anything in the kitchen, Steven. This is actually.
Yeah, I mean.
Can you scrape everything and not leave any goodness behind?
Listen,
oh my God.
I did. Look.
Any of you like me, I don't want to leave not one little tiny bit behind. That's enough. Because this drives me crazy. But this looks absolutely gorgeous. And again, just like I said before, this will settle. Let it cool down, and after it cools down, you put it in the refrigerator, and this will last for several weeks. Actually, this is good enough. You could definitely do this now and have it for Thanksgiving. So this is it. This is my wonderful homemade cranberry.
You already put the orange marmalade in, right?
Everything. Orange marmalade, vanilla, and a splash of Grand Marnier, the orange liqueur. So this
I gotta say, I think this would be a really great thing. Laurie just said it looks good, and Sandra loves it. Karen says beautiful. I think it's a really great thing to do and bring if you're going to someone's house for like Thanksgiving or Christmas, because it's easy, right?
Super easy.
Yeah, I mean,
it's actually pretty fancy. It's not your traditional.
Yes, Sil said looks great,
sauce.
and I cannot wait to taste it. Seriously.
And by the way, just like many of you already said, if you have a brie, a whole round of brie cheese, you put this on top of the brie cheese. Oh my goodness, that would be delicious, totally delicious. You could make, little baguettes with cheese and a little bit of this on top. Totally delicious.
Everyone's saying it looks great.
So be super
Terry's saying such a great side dish. Elena's absolutely lovely. Elix looks fancy. Tanya's looks great. Yeah, I mean, it looks great. It smells great. So,
yes. So I think we are done for today. This is like an episode.
You want to see what I look
Saturday
like close
Night
up?
Live.
You got me.
Oh my goodness.
Erica, I love that you're here. Where have you been, Erica?
Hey, Erica.
Erica could probably just get in her car and come here, right, Erica?
So anyway,
yeah, Wendy said the same thing. It looks delicious, Elix.
Thank you.
Why isn't anyone saying it looks delicious, Steven? No?
Because you pour the sauce into this bucket. This is what he thinks cooking looks like.
I did participate, right?
Yeah. So get over here. So I think this is it for today. So we'll be back.
We'll be back next
Sunday.
week. We'll do more readings, and Kathy Clabby is saying, I think goodbye. You know, when we come here, it looks amazing. Or
Thank
when we get to
you.
the side, it's hard to actually see the comments. But I think let's sing with us. Take us out of here. And next week's the 9th episode.
That's right. You're looking along the street, or you're at a party, or else you're alone and then you suddenly dig. You're looking in someone nice and suddenly realize that this could be the start of something big.
You're lunching at 21 and watching your diet, declining a Charlotte Russe, accepting a fig, and out of the clear blue sky, it's suddenly guy and guy, and this could be the start of something big. Thank you guys, we
Thank
love
you,
you
everyone.
all. This is
Thank
so
you,
much
thank
fun
you,
to do on
thank
Sunday.
We
We'll see you
love
next
you.
Sunday at 7 p.m.
We'll see you soon.